All our lives, we keep chasing dreams and fulfilling duties. We have set a routine for ourselves. We need to break this and introspect. What is the X factor that separates a commoner from an achiever? We need to discover the real us. To take us through this journey, we have with us Dr. Deepak Deshpande, Chief Human Resource Officer, NetMagic, an NTT communication company. The second largest communication company and has been ranked among the top 10 Fortune companies.
Dr. Deshpande has a corporate experience of over 25 years and was associated with some big brands like TCS, L&T. He has done PhD in management and is currently Assistant Governor in the Rotary International District. He has won several awards for excellence in HR. To name some of them, Most Influential HR Leader, HR Leadership Award from World HRD Congress, Best HR Leaders from Star News, Indira Super Achiever Award and Rashtriya Vikas Ratna Award for CSR. He loves music and is well-known singer. So we welcome Sir for his session on Discover the You in You to Excel. So please welcome Sir with a round of applause.
Let me get a good view of all of you. A very good morning to all of you. And I'm so delighted to be here this morning. For me, it's an honor in many, many ways. Let me also confess humbly, I never thought I have the aggression to be part of Reliance. So every time any call from a headhunter came, I'd excuse myself. And as luck would have it, I was just thinking this morning, why am I coming back again? I have had 3 very close interactions, and this is the 3rd opportunity. Thank you to Deepak. Number 1 was, there was a seminar at IMC, Indian Merchants Chamber, and it was about competencies, emerging competencies of today's world. And when I Googled and went to the cloud and did a little research, what I found was a very interesting research that was done about why Reliance is what it is today. I didn't want to go into the presentation, but I couldn't help myself. And to my joy and surprise, what I discovered, the very definition of competency being coined in a different way. We have heard as HR people different definitions of competencies, but this particular definition really took my attention. It says that anything that is exceptional, done the best way, and cannot be repeated by anybody else, is the competency today the world salutes at. And that is what Reliance does very well. Even the governments who have so much power, might, and resources and authority at their disposal, they have not been able to model and copy some of the things what Reliance did. Speed, for that matter, execution power. So today, all of us as an individual, we can apply the same thing to our own selves. What is that I can do which is unique, which will be so difficult for others to duplicate or copy? Because it's become a cutthroat competition, friends. And my friend Vijay is here. He was then there. Otherwise, we don't meet. We meet maybe 3 times in a year. That call was about, conversation was about three years ago. So he is here today, incidentally, the second time, third time. The second time was when I was invited to speak at your DKAC campus on another topic, high tech, high touch. And today is the third one. And thanks to, like I said, Deepak. He is a friend from the Rotary world and highly gifted, as you all know. He's a shy and wonderful writer and very humble human being. And I did not know the Reliance side of him until we had a Shairi night and we were singing and doing Shairi, and then I said, where are you? We said, I am in Reliance. So I said, oh my God, you're from our competition company. Because NetMagic, as you know, is into data center managed services business. You have a company called Reliance Com. And when this opportunity came, I said, wow, this is like a golden opportunity to go and see, meet. More than that, my respect for the thought process very much, to have somebody like me here and be heard. So delighted and so grateful to do so. On that note, let me compliment you and congratulate each of you for being part of such a wonderful organization. And also, please pat your back for being invited to this wonderful annual event, Transcend 17. This is, for me, everybody sitting here is a leader. You don't have to necessarily have a team to become a leader. Individually, we are leaders in our own way. But when you have a team, you have added responsibility to know how to deal with leaders. And in such a wonderful, beautiful, mesmerizing place, we arrived yesterday around 7:30, and the first thing I tried to do was take a picture at the gate when I saw Reliance, Dahanu Thermal Power Station. The security said, sir, camera नीचे कीजिए, please, not allowed. यार क्या कर रहे हो, लेने दो. मैंने सर वो कैमरा पकड़ेगा, आप पे बिछाएंगे फिर लोग, हमको कॉल आएगा. The beauty of that evening was so difficult to resist. As we drove by, we saw a beautiful temple, lights through these tall trees, those wondrous. The scene was amazing and, like I said, enchanting. And as the evening went by, it became much more romantic. We had a light dinner, and I told them, let's go for a walk here. Where do you get to this side? Just look at this, that road is never ending. This side and this side, and everything, there was white light, there was orange light, it was too good. I said, oh, how lucky. And I was asking, do you have some plan for the evening net? Kuch gana vana hoga? Shayad hoga, bachon ko bharosa nahi, because it took time for us to reach here. Morning when I asked him, say, hum log baithe the, we put some fire, and then we went late into the night, and we were singing and whatever. So I really envy you and congratulate you. I'm sure you're all fresh, right? In a place like this, ऐसे माहौल में दवा क्या है, दुआ क्या है? ऐसे माहौल में दवा क्या है, दुआ क्या है, जहां कातिल खुद ही पूछे हुआ क्या है, हुआ क्या है. It's such a wonderful setup you have, right? So congratulations, friends. I know a lot of senior people are sitting here, a lot of senior people and highly accomplished and heroes. I really salute all of you, especially starting with Deepak ji, Nandi sir, Vice Admiral Mani sir. What a revealing thing I heard from you today. You have simplified for me the definition of empathy. It's a very simple way, the way you're connected. And also, name, salt, and nishan. I mean, these are so wonderful, inspiring words. And you made the job so simple for me. There was no briefing from Deepak. Deepak said, Deepak, my name is also Deepak, oh my God. That was such a confusion. Every time his name was told, I used to say, "Kya hua?" So he said, "Deepak, we are meeting like this. Once in a year we meet and blah blah blah. And whatever you think would be most appropriate." But he gave me a very open slate, which is made my job more difficult. Actually, I spent half an hour while driving, understanding what the group is, so many things. I asked some very personal, touchy questions, like a consultant does, just to get to know the spirit, the Reliance citizen, what is his DNA is like. And then I happened to meet Samantha in World HR Congress, who made a wonderful presentation on Mumbai Metro. And I have never traveled by metro so far since it was introduced, and I regretted that. I said I must go because the way the things are done there, systematically, the attention to security, emergency situations, all those things, like, I said, is this really happening in India? And it's just next to that is where I live very close. I said, what a shame, I never traveled in metro. I must go. So when the presentation was over, because we were on the jury side, and then I congratulated Samantha and said, listen, I am inspired to go, motivated to go to Mumbai Metro and experience that joy of building something which is world class. And I really mean that. And then I met Ms. Gupta. She walked in as we were having breakfast and she said, "Where are you guys from?" I didn't know what to say. I said, I have come here to speak. Probably she was confused. You might be blue mein hu, ye bhi blue mein, sab log blue mein hai, to ye bhi apna hi banda hoga. But it was nice of you to do that. And I reached out. And last year we met one Mr. Prashant More from Reliance Roads. And so simple human beings. I don't know. You guys have really captivated my imagination. I really salute and thank you again. It's such a joy to be here. Before we move into, I thought I must spend some time to acknowledge and appreciate what I am experiencing here today. Thank you again. Then we have the presentation, the topic, why did we take what we are taking. Friends, like I said, it was not difficult, not an easy task for me to decide what to speak. So I said, I will share my own personal experiences, my own anchors, my own mantras that help me in my life, because like you, I am also an HR professional. Like you, I also go through the disdain and the challenges of dealing with the business heads and the employees and customers and vendors and whatnot. So I thought, let me not bore you with or do that hammering around the subject per se, but in general, let us take a journey within ourselves. Because if you know what you are, then you will know the rest of the world. Like I say, the devil is in the detail. Everything happens here. The devil is here. So if you know how to control that chatter, how to control that mind, then you know how to control your response, how to control your thoughts, how to motivate yourself, how to be transformative, how to be a change agent. Because your role, I feel, is more important than anybody else in the organization. As a HR professional, our role is very, very important. Like a doctor falling sick cannot treat another patient. You know what I mean? Don't take literally in that sense. I'm saying we are supposed to be the change agents. So I thought, what is the best way than to discover the you in you? So this presentation, which I'm going to take, three more things that I want to touch upon. Okay, so that is what we are trying to do here. So number one, you have heard this story, some of you being HR professionals. Every morning in Africa, sorry for the legibility, every morning in Africa, a gazelle or a deer wakes up And when it wakes up, it starts thinking, oh God, today I have got to run faster than the lion. Otherwise the lion is going to eat me up. In the same forest, in the morning, a lion also wakes up. It is also thinking the same thing. Oh God, today I got to run faster than the deer, otherwise I am going to die hungry. So honestly, it doesn't matter whether we are a lion or a deer. What matters is being able to run faster. So yesterday's success is yesterday's success. Your last success is only the success. And after some time it also does not exist. So the message, friends, I'm trying to convey is, let us not live on the laurels of our past. Let every moment be a moment of realization and growth and change. So that's the message. So when the sun comes up, you would better start running. That's the first message I wanted to set. This is another thought I thought I should leave with you. Why are we the way we are? Okay, how do we change ourselves? We know what is good, what works, what doesn't work. So if we understand this model, I think things will fall in place and life might become a little simplistic. Just imagine there are 5 cups. Okay? The last cup is the cup of life. And they have been arranged the way you have states, first, second, third, fourth. Okay? So if I were to ask you a question, is the cup of your life full? Is the cup of your life full? Means, are you happy? Are you satisfied with your life? If you say yes, that means I am happy and satisfied. I have nothing to worry. I am really santusht ho. Right? So, if you really ask yourself that question, is the cup of your life full? What would be the answer? Yes, no? Okay, how many of you say my cup of life is full? 1, 2, 3. Okay, great. 4 hands, 5 hands. Okay, wonderful. There is also what we have grown up with in life. जो दिया ऊपर वाले में उसमें खुश रहो. That is one. Nothing wrong with that. So that might tell us, yes, जो भी ठीक है. ये ठीक नहीं है लेकिन फिर भी ठीक. You know what I mean? I've compromised with it. I've accepted it, so it is no more an issue for me. That is one way of looking at life. But if you really look at it, is a cup of my life full? Maybe not 100%. If I ask those 4 or 5 people, really may not be 99.9. It could be 94. It will change from person to person. Some people may say 80%, some may say 85 or 90 or whatever. Some may say no, एक बार बोल दिया तो बोल दिया because I believe in Salman Khan. वो भी हो सकता है, कोई बात नहीं. So just imagine the cup of life is the one which is last. Then you have those 4 more arranged in that order. And each cup is representing, the first cup is representing belief. Okay? That cup is full of belief. The second cup, which is in the next step, is cup of potential. The third is a cup of action. The fourth is a cup of result. And the fifth is a cup of life. So it is only when the first cup is full, the next cup will pour into the next cup called potential. When that cup of potential becomes full, then it will flow into the cup of action. And when that cup of action becomes full, then it will pour into the actual cup of result. And when that cup of result is full, it will pour into the cup of life. Then that becomes full. That is when we say yes. So the idea, friends, is to say that if you want your cup of life to be full, you have to believe in yourself. Fundamentally. It's so simple. If you believe in yourself, then we will realize our potential. And when you realize your potential, then you will get into some action. I know I can do this, so let me do this. And when you do something, there is bound to be some result. If there is bound to be some result, then you will start validating, is this what I wanted or not? If this is what I wanted, I am happy. If it is not, what do? Go back. Why am I not happy? Why is my cup of life not full? Because I am not happy with the result. Why are you not happy with the result? Because because I did so and so. Okay. What did you do? Or why did you do? I did this because I thought I could do it. So potential. So why did you do this? Why did you feel you had that potential? Because I believe I had that potential. Is that the right belief? No. Then why did you do it? I thought that's a count. No, that's what I did when I was in 12th class. I never liked competitive exams. For a strange reason, I never liked competitive exams. I don't like competition. This is another confession I'm making today. I always refrain from अच्छा तेरे को जाना है तू चल जा मैं अपना रास्ता अपना where I really feel passionate about certain things, I'll go. I don't care for a damn. But generally, all these worldly competitions I avoid. Then one fine day, recently it happened. Why am I like this? Why do I shy away from competing? Why don't I challenge people and take head on? I was getting into my mind, and to my surprise, I went back to an incident when I was in 5th or 6th standard. And in that class, I was the monitor. And you were supposed to, children, we had about 45 to I think 55 children in the class, mission school. Children, teachers come late sometimes, so the children make a lot of noise, so you have to have the class silent because there are adjacent classroom. So monitor is supposed to keep everybody silent. People don't listen, you make list of names, go and report to headmaster, right? Or the principal. That was the job of monitor, keep discipline maintained. And I was doing that. Normally I avoided taking names to complaining about, but there was this, I would just print it as I'm writing some name. One day there was this girl called Rafat Fatima. She was making some mischief, so I wrote her name. And this girl, she ran to me as was. I never expected she would come and pull the book from me. She came and snatched the book from me. And she ran away to the other side of the line. सब क्लास में बैठे हैं 40-50 लड़के हैं 10-12 लड़कियां हैं एक लड़की आके मैंने हाथ से she pulls that book and she goes to the other side of the table. Just imagine you pull the mic and go to that somewhere there. Now what do I do? Instant reaction. I started running and she was smart because she's on the other side of the table. Big queue, they can't rose. When either I go, she's that side, when I'm this side, she's this side. I was no way able to get that mic, that book from her. So instead of, it became a rat race, whether I will be able to catch her or not and take that book back or not, I was not able to. That incident probably left a deep mark on my mind. And I think subconsciously might have decided I will not get into this situation again. For you, it may be a story, some people it may be a story. For me, it gives me a lot of message. Sometimes, until we become whatever we have become, we could have been bigger, better, more happy, more qualified, more successful. But there are certain things each of us have that are holding us to become better and still better. And those answers you will find somewhere in your past childhood or some of your formative years. Be at home, be at school, or in college, or whatever. So you will find the responses there. So that is when I felt that one needs to get into the journey within himself. Make sense? So we need to take a journey inward. How can I? We cannot probably find out because these things come like that sometimes. आप बातों में बैठे हैं कुछ idea आ जाएगा. आपको कहीं कुछ puzzle, the jigsaw puzzle gets solved. So taking bath, you get best of the ideas in life. Listening to a song or watching some movie, you get some good thoughts. You never know. You have to decide what inspires me and pick up those messages. It is you. Okay? Fine. Can we go? So that is what about life. Therefore, miracles don't happen. The idea of time says miracles don't happen. You have to make them happen. So these 4 words: dream. When you dream, you will explore. When you explore, you will discover. When you discover, you will celebrate. When you celebrate, you will enjoy and excel. That is why कुछ पता नहीं है. When a child, you have seen a child, how we run unconditionally to a child. How the child runs to anything that he or she sees, the baby. Why? Because there are no biases, there are no prejudice. They want to explore everything. When they want to explore everything, they say, oh yeah, it's fun, good fun, okay, color, music, flowers, they will play with them, ball, play with them. They are just fascinated, the ball can move faster than them, and they want to run faster. When they explore, they discover. When they discover, they celebrate. They celebrate because they're enjoying it. When they enjoy, they start excelling in whatever they are doing. Same is true of us also. My English teacher was very good looking, so I loved English. My social teacher used to appreciate my handwriting because she loved my handwriting, and I started liking her and never wanted to fail in that subject. Always stood first in that. I was always scared of mathematics, but my maths sir was very handsome. I could not disappoint him. I had to do well. Today also I'm still surprised how the hell I did finish my MSc in electronics or MPhil in electronics. Mathematics scares me to death. I was telling you. You remember that conversation on the table? I said, 8,000 people, company. Team of 100 HR people. I thought initially it is 10%. Wow, great ratio. But when I went back, it took 10%. I admit I said my maths is not so good. But I said, you must be having great automation here. She said, yes, we invest a lot in automation. I said, that is the answer. People are efficient. Enterprises are getting managed. I said, wow. So sometimes you need to really do that. So miracles don't happen, you have to create them. Can you move on? So therefore, these are the few objectives. One is to know what makes it happen and how we can create miracles at will and by choice. Some of the things that we are trying to, objectives of this presentation is that. How can I make things happen? What makes them happen? Okay, how can I create miracles at will and at choice? Okay, to be able to do that, you should be able to see what others may not see by increasing our awareness and breaking self-imposed limits. Take for instance, all of you are listening to me, but each of you is drawing your own conclusion, your own judgments, your own thought process, responses to the same talk. Correct? Based on your own belief system, based on your own experiences, based on your own limitations. अरे ये तो काम ही नहीं करता यार. मैं कितने बार कर चुका हूँ भाई. ये तो चलेगा नहीं. I know it is not going to work. So listening is a great capacity. If you can make it very fertile, अगर ये जो है fertile बनाएंगे आप, then life can be a big joy. Because a lot of filters are here. The best firewall, we all know firewall, the best firewall ever designed is here. So, we need to know what are my self-limiting beliefs. We are not just calling them beliefs, we are calling them self-limiting beliefs. Okay, can we move on? So therefore, once you know this, then how to create our own reality, not based on what is out there, but what is in here. I will create my world, I will create my reality, not based on what I see there, but what is in my heart, within me. Where is God? Here. Where is love? Here. Hatred. Everything is here. What happened in US elections? Somebody smart guy reached there. How? He worked on two emotions. One is fear, other is hatred. These are the two emotions that will help you propel into the hearts of anybody so easily. Fear and hatred. So therefore, don't believe what is there, look into yourself. So journey inside, discover yourself is more important than what is discovering, what is there out to discover. If you know it is there. Okay. So therefore, I will be making some conclusions and jumping things. So therefore we are saying, we can architect our own future. What is the basic of concept? We can architect our own future. It's all about a choice that only we can make. You are the master of your life. You are the architect of your life. Right? So that's our choice. Only we have to make that. No matter what we are doing or not doing, we create the context. So do not participate. Don't think I am not contributing. If I don't vote, doesn't mean that nothing going to happen. मैंने तो नहीं डाला अभी वोट. भैया आपने नहीं डाला तभी तो ये हुआ. But not doing doesn't mean that you have not done anything. You have done your bit. Silence is also golden, not always. Right? Like that. So our attitude creates the context. So context, remember context, when you are a part of this system, we heard this every time, we used to see a lot of Hindi movies. I think you belong to a little different generation, most of you I think here, but some of us belong to the same old. गाँव वालों से बड़ा डर लगता था, मतलब सोसाइटी से डर लगता था, दुनिया क्या बोलेगी, remember this? लोग क्या बोलेंगे? I never understood this. Who are these guys here? It's our life. Why should they? They are not paying the bill. I am earning my salary. I am paying my bills. Who are these guys who are influencing my life, the way I live, what I do? Yes, as long as I am doing legal things, no nonsense to them. Why should they bother? These are some myriad questions that keep us haunting us. But when you are part of a pool like this, if you don't participate, if there is, let's say we have a small game here now, and you say, मुझे नहीं खेलना, तुम खेलो, गेम होगा? मैं तो नहीं खेल रहा हूँ, आप खेलिए, नहीं होगा. So whether you do or not do, you create a context. That means you make a difference. So do not underestimate yourself. You make a difference. So you have to do something. You have to participate. You have to contribute. You are in that situation. मैं बैठा हूँ. मेरा इवेंट है. ये बंदा बाहर से आया है. मेरे को सुनना है. अच्छा बोला, बुरा बोला, झूठी बोला. I don't give a damn. But I have to listen. I need to participate. I will munch and try to observe, understand. I may throw out, but let me hear. I cannot be doing what? तू बोलते जा. मैं सोता हूँ कि 3 बजे तक मैं गाना गा रहा था. वो नहीं कर सकते आप. You getting me? So please, you have to participate, and that will come from where? Because I am investing my time. That is an attitude. I am investing my. This is my event. I really compliment and really salute you, Deepak. Last 6 years you've been having on the 4th Saturday of February. 5th क्यों नहीं किया आपने? फिर तो आता ही नहीं है, 4 तो जरूर आएगा। Wonderful, but I mean really, ऐसे यार हमने नहीं कर पाया। That is the beauty of consistency as leaders. The beauty of discipline and consistency. सर आपने इतना आसानी से सब बड़े-बड़े चीज समझा दिया हमको। Great, salute. That is the beauty of discipline. What happens? एक बार किया, फ्लूक में हो। दूसरी बार, अरे पहली बार किया तो हो जाता। दूसरी बार, फ्लूक में हो गया रे। तीसरी बार, 2 बार फ्लूक तो नहीं सकते, अभी भी फ्लूक में रहा। चौथी बार, फिर 3 बार किया तो अभी करना पड़ेगा। You know how the pressure is building up? 5th time, I bloody well do it यार, इतना big opportunity is there to create a, बैठ के बोल सकते हैं 5 साल से एक साथ कर रहे हैं एक ही बार। Now it becomes what? Institutionalizing. Institutionalizing any habit, any practice, any good act happens like this. When? The day you decide you will do it for the first time. But you should envision 6 years from now, what will I feel? How does it feel? How many of you have been part of this 6? 1, 2, excellent. Can we clap for them? Really, we all salute you. I think that really is a big one. Okay. Now, perception. So attitude gets created how? It gets created by perception. वो perception क्या है? नजरिया। जो आप देखते हैं वो तो देखते हैं वो मैकेनिकल है, लेकिन उसके पीछे जो सॉफ्टवेयर है वो एटीट्यूड है। Are you getting me? Attitude is the software. Perception is what I am seeing. I am seeing these 4 handsome people sitting there. एक तो कॉलर भी ऐसा कर, सब बढ़िया, right? What I am seeing is the physicality. Perception. Attitude is what? They are interested. They are liking my thought. They are liking my speech. They are blah blah blah. Is my attitude. मेरा attitude क्या? I am keeping people engaged. That is my attitude. तो वो सोए हुए हैं, लेकिन मुझे सोए हुए हैं, तो मुझे वो सोए हुए नजर आएंगे। Getting me? The software behind what you see creates the real context. So therefore, if you look at this picture, you can see multiple. Yes, sir, you have seen this trend. ये क्या है? WhatsApp का है ये? How many have you thought about it? Please be honest. Come on. करो, मुझे बुरा नहीं लगेगा, हम तो चोर लोग हैं। We are all birds of the same feather. Come on. किसने सोचा? नहीं सोचा? मतलब WhatsApp allowed नहीं है। Okay, I'm just kidding. So, it's the same picture, multiple pictures. You can see multiple things there. How many of you can see a man there? Okay. How many of you can't see a man there? एक बार देखा था, you can still see?
I can, depends on how I see it.
Exactly, but you can see, right? When you want
I see both.
Yeah, wonderful. See, that is the beauty. You should able, whenever you get these pictures, दिमाग के साथ में you have to keep on playing. No, mind के साथ में, जो सबसे बड़ा बच्चा इधर, जो नीचे जाता खेलता है, जो सुगम करते वो नहीं, वो बच्चा है. सबसे बड़ा बच्चा दिमाग में है. You can play with your mind. Like a child, and he does not harm you. उसको रोएगा तो उसको चॉकलेट देने की जरूरत नहीं है. ये बच्चे को, वो बच्चे को सब कुछ करना पड़ता है. But here, you can treat him like the way you want and play with it. So you can see multiple things. But how do you get it right is the big challenge. Okay, so let's go to the next slide, please. Right perception. How do we get the right perception? This is a beautiful 6 lines or 7 lines. I mean, it's so beautiful. See, as HR people, we have a big responsibility. Matlab, it's you don't identify with that. You are not the subject, nor the, you have to be just doing certain things because the role demands. That's what we do. But because we play more often with emotion, हमारा दर्द ज़्यादा हमको लगता है. उनका दर्द उनको है ही, HODs को या CEOs and CEOs, they have their own pains, right? So role-driven behavior is very, very important to anybody's success. How do we develop the role-driven behavior, attitude for role-driven behavior? That is possible only when you have the ability to have the right perception. That will come when you know you have the right attitudes. How to develop right attitudes is by focusing on what is my role. He talked about empathy. He talked about maintaining the balance. He talked about taking care of teams. You know what I mean? The lessons for the corporate world, sea of lessons. सर वो 3 जो स्लाइड आपने बताया ना, सब पोस्ट शेयर कर दीजिए, पढ़ा होगा. That is a Bible. I mean, you can play with it. You know why? Have you ever wondered why there have been so many versions of Shakespeare movies and theatre plays and blah blah blah? Have you wondered? No? And एक ही स्टोरी का महाभारत के इतने अलग-अलग आजकल हमको देखने को मिले हैं. हमको तो पता ही नहीं था. महाभारत हमारे एक ही था पहले. फिर बाद में रामानंद सागर, बी आर चोपड़ा सब आके उन्होंने इतने वर्जन बताया. उसके बाद में किसी और. Nowadays also we see versions, different versions. People's interpretation of the same classics, right? These are all the versions people. They create certain versions to drive larger messages. So mine also can be like that. Therefore, right perceptions is what? We have to be role driven. मेरा role तो एक ही है. To see what we need to see rather than what I want to see. Want is what I want. My role says you have to see this, Deepak. It is not what you want. You getting me? To see what I need. The need, my need is determined by my role. So you have to be driven by the role, not by your want. तुम्हारा agenda लेके देखो मत. More often it happens, right? Agenda पे देखेंगे तो फिर perception changes, our attitude like that. Similarly, to say what we need to say rather than what we want to say. To feel what we need to feel rather than what we want to feel. You can extend this rationale to any situation. And that clarity of mind will come when you are role-driven rather than not individual need-driven or want-driven. Role-driven. My role is what? What am I supposed to do? What are people expecting of me? That gives a clarity of thought. That gives a focus. And that gives the ability to execute with that passion and power. Okay, can you move on please? Okay. So, are your attitudes should be contagious. Like this matchsticks. Ek acha. Next, who is there? Sangati Sangatoshanam. Yes? Suna kis logon ne? How many of you heard? Some of us have heard. Sangati Sangatoshanam. I think that is a Sanskrit word. See, all these things I used to hear as a child, and this coming just come karke aata hai. It comes like that when you are talking deeply into situation. So you become the company you keep. The first thing has a great power, best attitude. You become the company you keep. So if you are surrounded by people, positive minded, surrounded by people who believe in business, surrounded focused people, empathetic people, loving people, affectionate, caring, you become what? You become that. Have you heard our children? We have been told by our parents, we tell our children, उसके साथ न जाना, वो बुरा लड़का है, वो मस्ती करता है, blah blah है. Yes or no? It's coming from where? Coming from there. Origin is here. Can we go? So, is my attitude worth catching is the question you have to see. This is another important quick thing I would like you to pay attention. More often, we are taught how do you develop a role-driven attitude? How do we develop? हमने तो बोला role-driven attitude चाहिए. How do we develop? So if you deeply look within ourselves, what is Deepak? Who are you? I am what? I am an individual. I. Right? Individual as a person. Deepak as Deepak human being. I. Deepak is also a professional. Yes or no? HR. जब तक जॉब है तो professional ही हो. Professional. HR person. But actually what am I now? Deepak is now a speaker. Here. Wanting to share something. But ye Deepak, there are two Deepaks. I and profession. So two people come together, they take one role. Execution. That is operator. I am the operator now. Individual as a Deepak, what do I have? I have a value system, I have a belief system, my habits. Okay? Right? As a professional, I may have my goals, my likes and dislikes, my agendas, my weakness and strength. Okay, I may have as a profession. But when I am standing as an individual, right, I need to forget the I and the profession. I need to do my operator. I am here standing. Whatever I believe or not, what am I supposed to be here? I need to be there. So IPO theory, if you can apply in every situation, then it will be easily possible for us to follow the role-driven behavior. Simple. Okay, can we move on, please? Now, there is a distinct difference between how to, once you take that IPO, you understand, right? Or role-driven behavior, you understand. You can respond two ways. You can be creative, you can be passive. So let's look at, well, it's good to be creative, we all agree. But we have our own version of creativity. So creativity means enthusiasm. Feelings are enthusiastic, powerful, joyful, creative. Feelings, opposite, if you're a passive guy, you feel pushed around by other situation. As a HR professional in the company, sometimes you go through that, right? I'm a creative guy, but sometimes I feel being pushed. Right? So, you need to be enthusiastic. Creative people. Actions क्या होना चाहिए? Creative, result-oriented, proactive. Don't wait. There it is. No action or reacts to blocks and gets upset. That is a passive person's response. This can be a good guide for us to do little bit of quick. What am I? क्या हो रहा है? What's happening in my mind? Where is my feeling now falling? In that, I am being passive. I need to be proactive. So many times we hear our managers are, let us be a little proactive. Don't wait for the fire to happen. Prevent fire. Okay, can you move on, please? This we all know, right? Each of us belong in this frame. We start highly as highly individual capable individuals. After a few years, become contributing team members. Then we become competent managers. Then we become effective leaders, and then executives. This is a model. All of us in professional world have to go through this. Even in family life, we go through this phase. So you have to figure out, where do I belong? Okay. You have to figure out, where am I today? In my organization, where am I today? Where I want to be is your want. Then that is the gap. You know that development that is required. So you can be your own IDP, you can draw your own IDP. Just by looking at simple OE model, where am I in the company? Today I am a contributing team member. But मुझे कहाँ होना चाहिए? Competent manager. क्यों नहीं हो रहा हूँ? क्योंकि बॉस ने नहीं दिया. कंपनी में पॉलिटिक्स है, ये उसका फेवरेट है, ठीक है भी. तुमको क्या करना चाहिए? वो तो करो. Which boss does not want a great guy performing a set? Which person? Anybody? How many bosses here sitting want to terminate or not promote a very, very smart guy on the team? Is there any such boss here? I have 10 people, but some लोग इसमें से दो बच्चे solid. I don't like him, but he is super. बाकी जबरदस्त. Do I have the courage to touch him? If I am not so sorted manager, I may do that because people have their own weaknesses. But normally, are you getting me? There used to be a time 2000 when we used to terminate off people because platform burst. So 200 people, 100 people, like that used to terminate. But we have to retain some good people. What is the message for them? You have to be so good, sorry to use that word, that you take it as a challenge. I will not allow my manager to touch me. I'll be so good in my work. I'll be so good in my attitude that nobody can touch me. Sometimes you can twist the coin and you can really excel. There is a saying, friends, when your well-wishers push you, when your managers push you, you excel, yes or no? Yes or no? अच्छा नहीं लगता है लेकिन तरक्की तो दिखती है फिर हम ताली बजाते हैं तो थैंक यू सो मच आपने बोला करके अच्छा अवार्ड मिला ठीक है जब तकलीफ होती है तो that also we create. But our well-wishers, real friends, they always keep us giving. Who is your best well-wisher? If you have married your wife. If you are not your neighbor. No, that's it. Okay. Can we move on, please? We have just a few more minutes. How much time do I have, sir? Louder.
5 minutes more.
Oh, don't do it. Okay. So what we have to be like? Therefore, we have to be like flowing water. You know flowing water, you've seen it, I saw that picture, beautiful, or it's not there, in the pantry it was, I think. Flowing water, like a water, or life is also like that. Every day is like that. Like water, we are also going through various transactions, actions and reactions and all that. When the water, flowing water, comes across a resistance, it will take the least resistance path. If there are too many resistance around, it will say, I can't go anywhere, it will stop there. It will conserve energy, raise the level. Till such a moment it can overcome that resistance and again starts flowing. So we need to know which battles to fight, which battles to give up, which battles to hold on. We need to have the wisdom of water. Did anybody teach water that? We don't know. But can we learn something from there? A lot of stuff. So be like a stream of water. Can we move on? I think it's the last but 2 seconds slide. You get 3-4 times you can hit. Okay. So this is the ultimate truth, so far as I see it. Okay. This is a personality core, I'm sorry for that core legibility, core values, core beliefs, that decides your core competencies. These 3, core values, beliefs and faith, or that, and the personality, that determines your personality. Your personality decides your behavior, and your behavior decides your brand positioning in the situation or a company. So these are all embedded in the same person. Each of us, we have our belief systems, we have our agendas, we have our, personality, habits and all that. That's what we are. With that, we walk into life, any situation. So how should we look at life? You can look at life in 4 different ways. This is a Zen theory. We can look at life or any situation in 4 ways. Number 1, life is a quest. Or work is a quest. Anything, work you can use. Life is a quest, life is a game, life is a battle, life is a school. Work is a quest, work is game, work is battle, work is school. So how do we decipher this? Let us say life is a battle. Life is a quest. पता नहीं है, किसी ने बोला कि होगा, you please go here. I did not know Dahanu. So what do? I take Google map. If I am driving on my own, I put GPS, blah blah blah, keep driving, follow the line, I know how to go. So I know it's a discovery process. Anything that we do for the first time, whether it's a new assignment or new thing that we're doing, so life can be a quest, any new experience in life. We may not like it, but that's a learning. Right? So like that, anything we are doing or not doing, right? Whether life or work can be a quest. So quest means you will discover. When you discover, explore. Explore, celebrate. Celebrate, enjoy and excel. Yes or no? Take it as a quest. Take it as a challenge. So often we meet people in exit interviews. Why are you leaving? No, there is no challenge. हमको भी पता है वो challenge वो क्या? What does it actually mean by challenge? But there are some people who really feel there is no challenge. I need to do more. And honest to God, the moment we hear somebody saying in exit there is no challenge, उसका challenge क्या salary ज़्यादा चाहिए था. But actually, very few people we meet in life who mean challenge as challenge. We also feel. We were talking, I think I was talking to Prashant. Prashant said, I just asked him out of curiosity. My mind is very monkey mind. Reliance and कितने साल से रहेगा? 3 साल, 5 साल. Yes sir. I was talking to myself. How long have you been in this? 10 years I finished. I said, wow, yeah, we must shake hands. Next thing I said, wow, what a coincidence. Where is the साल हो गए sir? So my colleague said, 10 years. Every day something new is happening in the company. Every day there is a new challenge. आपको पता ही नहीं लगता कि भाई time कैसे बीता. Right? Last year we were bidding buy to cement. Last year we gave birth to defense. You know what? Big story, inspiring story. And life is all like that. It's all about creating memories. It's all about enjoying the moment. It's all about giving yourself. Certain things work, certain don't work. But the joy of doing should keep us motivated. Can you do that? Can you be part of that journey? That's very important. So life can be a quest. Game. Every battle you can't win, sometimes you lose, sometimes you win. Have the sportsman-like spirit. ठीक है यार, हार गया तो क्या हुआ, चल यार आज तेरा दिन है, चल देखता हूँ. You know what I mean? Like that, game-like spirit. Everything may not be a battle. So sometimes it has to be a battle also. You can't go into battlefield without preparation. You need to prepare, you need to be ready, you need to strategize, you need to have resources. You need to have a plan. So competition prevented me from taking an exam for BE. But I was 75%, but I never want to get competitive exam. So I did not take. फिर जाके बैठे हैं तू काम में लग गया तो अच्छा है. I did not even qualify. So I did not do my BE. So I had to come a roundabout way, do my BSc and MSc and MPhil and PhD and all that and MBA, all those. एक गलती के लिए मुझे I had to 7 degrees I had to get. Long route. Anyway, today things are fine, so I don't regret. But it's long. Okay, sir. Then last is school. School is what? Life is a school. We need to learn. I cannot be, saying I know it all. Let us not become the business of knowledge. Knowledge is supposed to be a liberating force. It's supposed to give us, refine us, evolve us. But if you use it as a weakness, use it, don't become the victim of knowledge. I know it, Newton's story, you remember, right? Bulb, how he made the bulb? Whoever? Edison. Right? He made that. I know when he failed, 10,000 times or whatever number of times, he said, I know 10,000 ways of not making a bulb. I may have succeeded on the 10,001st time, but I have learned how not to make a bulb. That's the attitude. So school, umbrella works only when it is open. You cannot have a mind which is closed. You will not grow. So it's a school. Okay, last slide. Okay, this is the last slide, I promise you. There is no customer in real sense. There is no customer. You are your own customer. You are your first customer. We are our own customers first. ये मेरा company है, Deepak Deshpande. I have a wife, I have 2 daughters, 1 son, I have 2 grandchildren. मेरा अपना दुकान रखना है. I have my social life, I have to pay my bills, blah blah blah. Right? How do I take care of it? If I take care of my customer. Who is my customer? I am my customer. What is supposed to do? Supposed to do job right. How? What is job? Wherever is working. He has to deliver. Customer is asking and is paying every month on salaries. Those salaries I am having by this side better. Yes or no? Simple. You are your own customer. Problem is here, my boss does not like me, people are jealous of me, nobody gives me opportunity, therefore I am not succeeding. Okay. किसको खाना है? तुमको खाना है. किसको मजे करने हैं? तुमको करने हैं. मेहनत कौन करेगा? वो करेगा. नहीं होगा. If you want heaven, you have to die first. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. Deshpande, for a wonderful session and sharing such beautiful perspectives on life with all of us. Now I request Mr. Vijay Lal to present Dr. Deshpande with a token of gratitude.